What if I told you that while you've been busy trying to understand your dog, they have already spent the last 15,000 years becoming the world's leading experts on you? Most of us look at our pets and see a companion, a best friend, or perhaps a family member. But when your dog locks eyes with you, they aren't just seeing a human. They are seeing a biological lifeline they have been genetically hardwired to seek out and trust across hundreds of generations. The truth is, while we were building civilizations, dogs were busy evolving a sophisticated set of social tools designed for one specific purpose: to decode the mystery of us. Today, we are performing a forensic audit of the evolutionary bond between human and canine. This isn't just a breakdown of man's best friend. This is an investigation into a unique biological partnership that exists nowhere else in the animal kingdom. Welcome to Decoding Dogs. Let's look at the data behind your dog's gaze. Our first investigation into the canine blueprint reveals the evolutionary mirror. You've probably heard the popular myth that cats view us as nothing more than large, clumsy cats. But do not make the mistake of thinking that same flawed logic applies to your dog. Dogs did something that no other species on the planet ever managed to pull off. They stepped completely outside their own species' social rules to master ours. Scientists refer to this as the human-canine bond, but the mechanical reality is much deeper than a simple interspecies friendship. Brian Hare, a cognitive scientist at Duke University, has spent his career proving that dogs possess a specialized, hardwired ability to read human intentions that even chimpanzees, our closest living genetic relatives, cannot grasp. If you point at a hidden treat, a domestic dog instantly follows the direction of your finger, understanding your intent to share information. A wolf, even one raised from birth by humans, will usually just stare at your hand, completely confused by the gesture. Your dog does not see you as another dog. They see you as a source of high-level information, a protector, and a leader. They have evolved to treat your gestures and gaze as a literal roadmap for their lives, prioritizing human cues over their own ancient predatory instincts. This brings us to case file number 2, the cognitive rehearsal of your return. Have you ever wondered what actually happens in the silent hours after you pick up your keys and walk out the door? For years, we dismissed pining at the door as simple separation anxiety, but new neurological research suggests something far more complex is happening. Your dog isn't just waiting. They are holding on to your presence through a continuous biological rehearsal. The moment you leave, a dog's stress hormones, like cortisol, spike almost immediately. However, researchers at Emory University used fMRI technology to scan the canine brain and see which specific areas light up in response to various environmental stimuli. When exposed to the distinct scent of their owner, the dog's caudate nucleus, the brain's reward center associated with love, safety, and positive anticipation, bursts into intense metabolic activity. They don't react this way to food, and they don't react this way to other dogs. They react this way exclusively to you, even while you are at work or running errands miles away. Your dog is essentially cycling through the memory of your scent and the echo of your voice to actively regulate their own nervous system. It is a state of low-level alert combined with deep, calculated anticipation. They are biologically tethered to you even in your absence, waiting for the sensory confirmation of your return. Our third entry explores an unsettlingly brilliant neurological hack, the left gaze bias. When humans look at a human face, our eyes naturally drift to the left side first. This is called the left gaze bias, and we do it because the right hemisphere of the human brain, which processes complex emotion, controls the left side of the human face. We evolved this mechanical reflex to read each other's true feelings instantly. Extraordinarily, dogs are the only non-primate species on Earth that displays this exact behavior, but they only do it when looking at humans. When they look at other dogs, animals, or inanimate objects, they show absolutely no bias. This means your dog has developed a human-specific software update in their brain to scan your face for micro-expressions. They know you're having a catastrophic day before you've even set down your bags. They aren't guessing your mood. They are performing a high-speed data audit of your facial muscles to determine exactly how to respond to you. Whether it's a slight tightening of your jaw or a subtle furrow of your brow? Your dog is reading an emotional map of your soul that you didn't even realize you were displaying. Case File 4. The hidden vocabulary of the tail. We've all been told that a wagging tail equals a happy dog, but that is a dangerous oversimplification of canine physics. The tail isn't just an indicator of joy, it's a directional compass for their internal state. It functions almost like an emotional rudder. Italian researchers discovered that the precise direction of the wag is a complete communicative sentence. When a dog feels positive, safe, and secure, like when they see their favorite person walk through the door, the wag skews heavily to the right side of their body. This movement is linked directly to the left hemisphere of the brain, which handles approach-based behavior and positive reinforcement. Conversely, if a dog is anxious, uncertain, or facing an environmental threat, the wag skews to the left, governed by the right hemisphere. What's even more fascinating is that other dogs can read these micro-wags instantly. When shown a video of a dog wagging to the left, other dogs' heart rates increase significantly. Your dog is constantly broadcasting their emotional truth through a silent language of physics and motion, waiting for you to decode the signals. Our fifth investigation looks at the chemical link, the oxytocin loop. In 2015, the journal Science published a study that permanently changed how we view the biology of interspecies love. It found that when a human and a dog gaze directly into each other's eyes, both species experience a massive, identical surge in oxytocin, the primary bonding hormone. This is the exact same chemical feedback loop that exists between a mother and her newborn infant. When you look at your dog, your brain triggers a nurturing response. But more importantly, your dog's brain tells them that you are their parent, their protector, and their entire world. This isn't just owners being sentimental or projecting human feelings onto an animal. It is a documented reciprocal neurochemical bond. Your dog doesn't see an employer or a boss. They don't see a completely separate species. They see the one presence their entire 15,000-year evolutionary history was engineered to find. To them, you aren't just a part of the world. You are the gravity around which their entire biological reality rotates. Moving to Case File 6, we examine intentional understanding. Beyond simple training tricks like sit or stay, dogs have mastered the art of reading human intent. Have you ever noticed that your dog knows the exact difference between you accidentally stepping on their paw versus you moving them intentionally out of the way? Or how they know when you are preparing for a walk versus just getting up to grab a glass of water? This is because dogs have transitioned from being reactionary animals to highly anticipatory ones. They don't just react to what you do, they anticipate what you are about to do next based on your behavioral patterns. This level of social intelligence is what allowed them to survive alongside us for millennia. While wolves remained independent and wary of our campfire circles, dogs traded their wild autonomy for a specialized social intelligence that allows them to thrive inside human environments. They have essentially hacked the human social matrix, finding a way to fit into our family unit so perfectly that we often forget they belong to a completely different branch of the evolutionary tree. When we step back and audit the architecture of the domestic dog, we see a creature that sacrificed its wild origins to become a permanent mirror for humanity. They have rewired their brains, their eyes, their sense of smell, and even their tails just to communicate with us. They are a living monument of evolutionary adaptation, a species we helped shape, but who in turn helped navigate our own history. Every time your dog rests their head on your lap or follows your gaze across a crowded room, they are actively participating in an ancient conversation. They aren't just animals living in our houses. They are the only creatures on Earth that chose to understand us better than we understand ourselves. Thank you for watching this deep dive on decoding dogs. If this forensic breakdown of your dog's behavior hit different, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment letting us know if you've noticed your dog's right-sided wag, and always stay curious.